Hey, Mad Dog Nation, Dr. Tom Hansen here, coming to you once again from the Play Big Academy in Tampa, Florida. Today's topic is number one of my 7 mindset death traps. This, after my 27, 28 years in the field, is a list of 7 ways that people get in their own way. Mindsets, like ways of thinking that get people in trouble. This number one is well deserved to be in this leadoff spot because it is huge. It may well be the single hugest mindset death trap, and it's really insidious. It's really sneaky because people don't really realize what's going on, and that is that they equate. They say, well, how I did today as a player, like my stats, equals my value as a person. Not only just value as a player. I'm 0 for 4. I'm terrible. I'm 2 for 4. I'm good, and that's like bad enough to just think as of today's stats is how you are as a player. But the kicker, really the killer, is if you say, well, how I did today as a player, or even this week, or my whole baseball career for that matter, is how good a person I am. Now, so if I'm over 4, I'm a terrible person. I don't deserve to be on the planet. Now you'd think, well, no one really thinks that. Well, yes, they really do, but it's not consciously. It's more in the unconscious brain that runs our programming. Over 90% of what we do is really run unconsciously. And so this unconscious programming, well, most of the programs we aren't even aware of what the programming is. But if someone says, I'm only as good as my next at bat, I'm only as good a person as my next at bat, you're going to feel a lot of pressure. It's almost like there's a gun to your head, get a hit, or you're gone, you're a goner. Well, that's a pretty tough gig. That's very difficult to play that way. So the better players, the players who can play with freedom, which is my goal for you, is to play with freedom and joy, even which is beyond confidence. And the key to that is to get that I'm a great and wonderful and unique person, even if I strike out, or even if I give up 4 runs. Right now, I'm still a good person and a wonderful person, in fact. And when you get that on the unconscious level, you play with freedom and joy, and you're most likely to not give up the 4 runs or to strike out because you have access to your talents, not being squeezed off by the fear that comes with equating your self-worth with your stats. So how do you know if you do it? Well, 2 ways. One is do you feel a lot of pressure? Do you feel a lot of fear around baseball? If so, then there's a good chance that you feel like your life's on the line every time out. We want to try and separate that. The other is I have a profile. I have a psychological, a couple of exercises that will really measure that and sort that out. So if you're interested in finding out more, go to playbigbaseball.com. But in the meantime, just watch yourself. Watch yourself. Do I feel alive and free, or do I feel pressured? Then the more pressure you feel, the more likely it is that your self-worth is being equated is a match now for your stats, and try and pull them apart and get that you're free. That's why like a Jeter plays better in the playoffs. He's like, I'm a great guy even if we lose. I'm a great guy even if I make a mistake, and that frees him to play even better in the playoffs where everyone else contracts. He gets bigger, and that's my wish for you, Mad Dog Nation. So thanks for being out there, and get out there, you Mad Dog Nation, and play big.